Hey everybody, I'm back. Although I think I said this last time, so yay! I didn't really go anywhere, but as you know, maybe July was moving month for me. You know, May was panicking if we could find a place to live month, and then June turned into panicking if we could afford the house, and it was DocuSign month. And then in June, I naively figured after the worst was over, or what I thought, had been the worst was over, and I'd have some time to make internet knife content, but I was wrong. Turns out moving means you have to bring things from one location to another. You have to unpack those things. You realize you have too many useless pieces of shit, and then you gotta clean the Sharpie off the walls of the old place so you can get your deposit back. That's July. But back in June, Kizer and Concept sent me some stuff, and now Blade HQ just sent me 2 knives, which is not necessarily helping the I need to get rid of stuff crisis I am currently in the middle of. So it's just here piling up. We're not going to put it off any longer. I got to get this done. We're shooting and we're recording in the new house. Now, trying to keep the viewer happy. I don't want the knife companies mad. However, the algorithm is already mad at me, so there's nothing I can do about that. But anyway, Kizer, they've been reaching out to me for some time to make videos. I just don't have a lot of time. Finally, they wore me down. They said I could pick out 2 to 3 knives, any of them that they make. Just pick them out. So I did that. But if you know a little channel history, you know that I have the Feist XL, and that one is buttery smooth. I love it. It was a video called As Good As It Gets. You're probably curious after the long housekeeping info here. What did I pick?
Who cares? Get a real job, man.
What was my precise methodology in choosing the knives I did? How many stickers, Velcro patches, zip cases, warranty cards, empty knife boxes with spare hardware did I throw out just a few days ago so everything could fit in the new house and I not have a frickin' breakdown? Let's find out. First, the Momo. Now, these are not in any particular order. I'm just a dude in his house opening 3 boxes with knives inside. It's not entirely true. It's like a re-unboxing. I wrote the script, and so I'm going to have to order these correctly, right? But, I'd almost panicked because I thought I had thrown out the boxes for these in the move. I knew I kept the knives, but, I just, tears in my eyes. I got too much shit, man. Hopefully that sets the scene for you. All right, so you got a little catalog here. This guy looks angry. What is that, a koala? He likes his pocket knives and cocaine. Don't talk to me before I've had my cocaine. Would you put that on a coffee mug? It probably doesn't make sense to put it on a coffee. Maybe a shirt, logistically, right? Microfiber cloth, you get one of those. I get one with every screen protector I put on my phone. What is the cash value of microfiber cloths? Because everything includes microfiber cloths now, like the tiny ones. Never a shortage, right? Now the Momo, this one is said to be inspired by Kiridashi knives. So I can kind of see it as I look at the word and pronounce it. I'm like, it's probably the wrong way to say it, but I don't have time to look it up. I usually associate Kiridashis with small, angular, chisel ground fixed blades. Your favorite knife maker has some leftover steel. What's he going to do with those? How about a $100 Kiridashi with a cord wrapped handle? You can post it on your little feed. You're like, oh, I'm so happy. Finally, I got a... I know Kiridashis are more diverse looking than that, but that's what I think of. Kiridashi, though, kind of undersells a large, smooth, exceptionally thin ground folding knife this is, though. And why did I choose this one? Well, first, the Advanced Knife Pro rule states it's got to look cool, and that's basically the only rule. Now, it kind of has a neutral, minimal look, but it's big, and it's not as heavy as it should be. I did not say lightweight though, which would be an excellent time for the dimensions card, don't you think? It's a biggin, and boy does that tip come to a needle point. I would not pry with this sucker, okay? I mean, you can, but then it looks like one of my kitchen knives, that lost the war in unsticking 2 frozen pieces of chicken. The Momo here has a liner lock with a strong closed detent that edges just this side of lock stick. Now, it's a large blade, so I get the need for a strong detent, and that detent's a little, it's a strong. You can feel that click. Blade will not open in your pocket. Now, this one, like all the Kizers that I have, which is like 4 now, it glides open, and it's basically a drop shut. It's pretty close to a drop shut, like all the Kizers. I don't know what they do to them. Maybe there's a detent ramp in there. I don't know, but they just close nicely. Pretty impressive though. The bolsters and scales have a slight dark contrast. Is that, dark gray and black? Me personally, I like brighter colors, but if you're in your room flipping your knives to the cure, maybe a two-tone dark feels right. I get it. Can you imagine this in a pearly blue? It is a front flipper and it's a large knife. Now my hands aren't quite the right size for the pointer finger flip over the top, but the thumb works really well for me. Maybe you can get it down with the front flip, but I feel like when I do that, it's gonna fly out of my hand, and then I have all hardwood or tile floors in here, and I'm gonna break my tip. I need to get some carpets for this place. Anybody know a good place to get carpets that are cheap?
Steal 'em, man.
Blade steel here is 154 cm, and that feels right. Knife is about $109, and I really like it. Just a big ass finely ground knife you can do your detail work with, do a little food prep in the kitchen. Just don't pry apart the chicken legs. Let's look at the pocket clip here. It's milled. It's a milled jobby, not swappable. Blade backward, tip up in the right pocket, which is kind of the industry standard. It says milled. It doesn't seem to be ferrous. So is it titanium? Do they make pocket clips in aluminum? I don't think so. If they don't have it in the product description, it's real hard for us dumbass influencers to figure out what material it is. You put a magnet on it, okay, well, it doesn't seem like it's metal. It's not a steel pocket clip. It's usually titanium then. Do you feel it's titanium? I feel like it could be. Size comparisons. How about a classic Spyderco K2 Farid? Is it Farid or is it Farid? It's probably Farid. Now this is a big ass knife, just 2 slabs of titanium. Is it VG1 steel? I love it. Let's go to the Benchmade Crooked River, also a favorite. This is a big pocket knife, showing you some big knives. Paramilitary too. Now some people consider this a big knife. I feel like this is a standard pocket carry, a little bit smaller than say the Benchmade Crooked River. You don't need anything else. I think you get the idea. Next, let's go to the next box. This one is the PPY. Don't know what that stands for. Not going to look it up. Now, there are at least 4 variants on Kizer's site, and I chose the one with the brass and the squiggle resin. Now, this one comes in a little nicer box than the rest, it's like a double gate fold, although I'm not sure my recycle bin cares about how fancy the packaging is. This is obviously made for the unboxing culture we're in. Okay, I know. Listen, I've been having this thing with boxes lately. I finally threw away my iMac box. Have you ever taken apart an iMac box to fit it in the recycle bin? It is the most complicated cardboard packaging I have ever seen. Throw away some old Lego boxes. I did keep a camera box, though. Okay, that is the one box I kept. I got another, that angry koala. He's mad,
He's so mad. He wants to stab something.
Comes with a little catalog thing, and there's a zipper pouch. I don't believe these are recyclable, and if they are, may God have mercy on my soul. Now, this particular knife is the high-end one, but it ranges from $29 to the standard model, or the rich guy $92 model seen here. Now, I like finer things, which is why I have an 05 Corolla and steak like once a month, so this one speaks to me. It's got S35 VN steel, liner lock, brass bolsters, some Raffer scales. Is this like Ultim with squiggles? It feels like Ultim. May not be Ultim. It's like a polycarbonate with some gold traces. Could be. Probably brass though, Gold would be more than $92, right? Now if you don't know, Raffer is a materials company. Materials is what a few of us guys used to call it materials. I think that's the fancy materials. Materials. It's spelled M-A-T-T-R-A-I-L-Z. I think that's how it's spelled. Anyway, they make all sorts of scales and slabs of things. Action is pretty good on this one. Liner lock, smooth all the way through the pivot, and as close to a drop shut as you can get without being 100% drop shut. A tiny shake gets it going and right in there. Remember, things don't have to be a drop shut, but when they are, it's very nice, and still no one cares that they're drop shut. You're going to show them like, oh, check out this. And they're, oh, that's cool. Yeah, they're not going to care. Now this one here is an open back design, which is why I don't carry stuff with knives in the same pocket. Too many knives have this, and I've been burned by some keys or coins sneaking in there and dinging the blade. Now, whereas the Momo has a massive neutral handle, this one does not. You know, how about some dimensions? You know, it's a good EDC size, not super small, but it doesn't quite fit my hands well. Pocket clip is tip up, it's swappable to the right or left side. This one comes with extra hardware, which if you throw away the box, you'll forget which of the dozens of knives you own that little baggie of hardware goes to. Trust me on that. Now for a brief size comparison, here it is next to the 941. You know, it's a channel favorite. You know about that one. Next is the Feist XL. Yeah, remember this video. I did one, right? Do you remember it? I hope I did one. You can go back and watch it if you haven't seen it. And then finally, the Para 3. All right. We're going to speed this up a little as the video's getting long. Finally, the Clairvoyant. Now, first, though, with the packaging, this is an unboxing. This is what the internet wants, you know. They don't care about the product as much as the packaging, do they? Now, as a nerd, as you would probably guess, I've been a member of internet forums over the years, arguing with people for hours at a time. You can't come and do this right now. Somebody's wrong on the internet. You know, video games, movies, and this isn't a knife thing as much as a collector thing. People love the packaging and they like it to be pristine when they open the thing. I know personally, I've read many posts about this, like people love their Blu-ray slip cases in perfect condition. You know, it's not the case for the disc, it's the thing that goes on the outside of the case. And they're gonna send that back to Amazon if there's even a tiny little ding in it. Want to sit it on their shelf, even though you can't see the ding, they don't care. You know, they don't want the ding on there. It bugs them real bad. They think about it. They stay awake at night thinking about it. You know, people like their little booklets, their gatefolds, behind the scenes photos. You got hardware stickers here. You got catalog, etc. Anyway, the knife. Now, I am aware I chose 2 knives with brass bolsters. For that, I apologize. I picked the designs I like the most, and then kind of the nicest looking versions of those knives. That was my reasoning. Now they have carbon fiber and titanium bolster version of this. It's silver and black, but that's not really exciting to me. I prefer lighter aluminum in most knives, and I don't really need titanium in just about everything. I do like the 2-tone aluminum of the Momo. That's pretty nice, but it can be. You can argue that's a little boring, but I think that's the only color that one came in. I got a comment the other day though about how aluminum in most knives is a terrible choice. Here's the comment. This was on a Deadlock video, provided the guy didn't delete it. Like, I want to know what guys are doing with their $1,000 switchblades where the aluminum fragments and splinters into 1,000 pieces. Like, what is going on? I don't understand it. I beat up my knives quite a bit. Now, the Clairvoyant here has the smoothest action out of all the knives. It is a button lock, and I think it's the favorite design out of the bunch. Maybe the Momo's a close second. This one is extremely fidgetable, just drop shut. It's just a dreamboat. You can just fidget with this thing all day. Feels great in my hand, not a massive knife. I don't really have any complaints about it. I think this one retails for about $109. Pocket clip isn't swappable. Tip up, blade backward in the right pocket, so that's where your complaint comes in, probably there, lefties. This is 154 cm steel. And that's about it. Let's do it next to the Paramilitary 2. I've seen this one already, obviously. Yep. Feist XL. There we go. Yep. Trying to move through this quickly. How about the Momo? We get the idea. Okay, spacing this out. I don't have anything interesting to say here. Cool. Let's wrap it up. Kizer makes wonderfully made knives, from the ones I've handled, of course. You know, maybe you've had a crappy Kizer knife, and that's fine. You know, sometimes QC's bad, sometimes they make bad knives. I don't know. I mean, I'm going to be honest, I'm not a fan of some of their designs, but the ones seen here would be the ones I'd pick. Don't see it listed. I mean, they make a few other ones, but I was like 2 or 3, and I'd kind of struggle past 2 or 3 there. I spent half an hour looking through them, and sometimes distractedly looking, looking out on the website and then, looking at something on my phone, something completely different. If you had to have one, absolutely pick the Clairvoyant. Its button lock action is smooth and addictive, and that about does it, although I've already said let's wrap it up. So thanks to everyone for their patience through this life-changing experience happening over here for the Advanced Knife Bro household. My kids are not named Advanced Knife Bro. It's been a busy year, though. I have not even had time to set up my stump yet. It's still sitting on the side yard where it's not going to go because the backyard is still disorganized. It's got a disassembled play set that is just piled up out there, and it's landscape. I just don't know where everything's gonna fit yet, so we're not ready for the stump in the backyard in its final resting spot yet. Think about becoming a patron if you'd like to. The link is in the description. These people are currently patrons, or some of them have dropped off. However, you know, I lost a few throughout the months of the low posts. I've been doing this about 10 years now. There have been ups and downs in my frequency of posting. We're currently in a on one of the downward sides. Almost at 100,000 viewers though, and I'm still working on the stumpfish knife. Sent about 300 emails about design elements and what about this, or this isn't gonna work. So it's going through a process. Probably not gonna be done this year, but I'm not going anywhere though. Sometimes I'm slow, sometimes I'm not feeling creative, and I concentrate on other things like life and job. But I do appreciate the long-term fans and the commenters and the people that show up under every video. I really do. So if you're new, subscribe, comment. Thank you for watching.